My dearest darling, I have had another difficult day, trying to help and comfort the children affected by this terrible war. I wanted to tell you about two children I'm working with, Eva and Jack. Eva witnessed the killing of women, children, and many other innocent people. They killed her uncle in front of her eyes. They had to walk for days with no water and no food in the middle of the summer. Eventually, they reached safety, where they went to live in a camp. They had to start their life from zero, and with no income to meet their basic daily needs. At the camp, Jack began attending sessions. Here he found many other children of his age experiencing the same fear. Despite this in common, initially he struggled to socialize with the other children. This was recognized, and he was enrolled in training, which helped him to process the trauma he'd experienced. His behavior started to change for the better. He started to socialize with other children and gradually let go of his fear. He's also sleeping, free from nightmares. Jack is enrolled in school now and is excited to continue his education. I know you do not like me being away, but the fact that these children are making progress shows how important our work is. I hope to see you soon, and that this war will end.
Hey, Birdman, wake up. Come with me. We don't got much time. You transfer out tomorrow, right? Well, this is your last chance to get your camera back. Come on.
I don't want to get transferred to the country. I've heard stories.
I had a dream last night.
A prisoner of war, a phrase I'd never have understood back home in Canada. But there I was, 4 months into a stretch, at the pleasure of the German army. I was to be transferred out to the country. I'll never forget that last day. They'd taken my notebook, my camera. This was my last chance to get them back.
Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Psst, come here. Harry, quick.
I sat watching them in the officers' quarters last night. Damned Fritz. They were stuffing their faces, laughing.
Come on, Harry. Just leave me alone. Psst, come here. Hurry, quick. So, on cleaning duty this morning, I went through all their cupboards. I got your camera, your notebook, and anything else with your name on. I stashed it all together. It's ready to go. Listen, I'm on a break, but they got me cleaning the guard block again. You know what that means? Today's the day, Birdman. Shift starts again soon, and there's only one guard right now. Come on. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry.
Du, Gefangener! Weg von dem Zaun oder ich schieße!
Okay, Birdman, time to do your thing. Wait until I'm inside. You distract the Fritz, and I'll get your stuff. I'll meet you out back. I've already stashed your things. I just need a distraction, like we discussed, right? Come on, Harry.
Komm rein, Julian.
I've heard stories. Prisoners dying out in the country. Be careful.
Wir verhungern hier noch.
Und erfrieren.
Die Gefangenen jammern ja auch ständig, aber...
Hey, auf dem Land ist es noch schlimmer. Da wird langsam alles knapp.
Blöde Gefangene. Jemand sollte sie alle erschießen. Alle.
Come on, Harry. Here's your stuff. Go hide it in your bunk before anyone sees.
I had to hide them. A stack of letters. Months' worth. The guards have been holding all of our mail. Now you'd think, that many letters from Julia, I'd have torn them open. But if I got caught, I'd never get out. I had to hide them. It was torture.
Du, Gefangener! Weg von dem Zaun oder ich schieße!
Sorry.
I'd also forgotten that Kurt had given me his address, back in Vimy. He lived on a farm, and I was due to be transferred out to the country. It gave me an idea, and I knew just the man who could help.
Yes.
Dear Katrin, 4 months of asking and still they do not grant my leave. All that is left is my duty now. I wake some mornings forgetting why I came here in the first place. The only thing that keeps me going, the only light I see are these letters home to you and our darling daughter. The weather here has turned a lot colder. I ride surrounded by snow. Please tell Lucy.
So I had Kurt's address, and was to be transferred to the country the next day. If anyone knew how to change a movement order, it would be my friend Julian.
Change the address on your movement orders? Impossible. You're crazy. You can try, but it's your funeral, Birdman. Follow me. Right in the cabinet at the back. But that's the officers' quarters. You're not getting in there without a damn good distraction.
Soccer. I hadn't played since I was at school. I hated sports. I was never any good at them. But, for my plan, I didn't need to be.
Wow, no more football for us. Our ball's stuck on the roof.
I can't believe it, Harry. Thank you so much. You want to play? Come on. Okay, wait until I'm ready, and then shoot.
One lucky kick was all I needed, and I got it. That ball was my way in.
Zum Teufel soll das? Hier liegt überall Glas. Ah, schon wieder dieser dämliche Ball. Jeden Tag immer das Gleiche. Verfluchter Krieg.
I was on the train before I had the chance to finally read Julia's letters. I was so distracted. I didn't even care if I was going to Kurt's farm or not. My heart was pounding.
Dear Harry, thank you for all the wonderful photos you send to me. I received no reply from my last letter. Please write back. My dearest Harry, I will not believe harm has come to you. I cannot bear the thought of a world without you in it. I love you, Julia.
And for the first time, those Those letters carried the scent of her sweet, sweet perfume. I had to get home.
It had been nearly a year since I had seen my home, since I had seen my family. I could not sleep. At home, I dreamt of war. At war, I dreamt of home.
I wasn't going home. Not yet, anyway. But I did have my camera back. To most on the Allied side, Germany was a machine, efficient and relentless. But there were people starving on that train, people that needed help.
Ich habe solchen Hunger.
Du hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener. Raus hier! Du hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener. Raus hier!
Geh weg! Was ist?
I remember a carriage of wounded German soldiers. Some gestured to me for food. I wasn't the hero Julia thought I was. I couldn't help these people. But I could take photos. One day, I thought, when I'm back in Canada, I'll show people what happened.
So lasse ich mich nicht fotografieren.
Was ist los?
You know, they let the prisoners
Was
walk around.
glotzt du so?
As long as we don't cause
Geh weg!
trouble.
Nice.
Man hört so einiges. Alles Mörder. Auf dem Dorf, wo mehr Lebensmittel gibt? Ja, ich habe Greta gebeten, euch eine Fotoration auszusuchen. Wir könnten darauf bekommen.
Was machst du hier?
Vielleicht reichen die dafür alles.
Mörder! Hau ab! Hör mal, aber sag nicht weiter. Ich habe etwas Fleisch versteckt. Hast du es dabei? Still. Wir essen es später, sobald wir zu Hause sind. Durch die Hybriden haben Verstärkung für ihre Luftwaffe. Trotz des Roten Baron.
Ah, jetzt so ohne Russland kann niemand die Deutschen aufhalten.
Mag sein. Im Monat haben wir uns dann ganz gut gehalten. Ich hab schon recht.
Essen! Bitte! Ich hab solchen Hunger!
And as I took those photos, I wondered, had my plan to get to Kurt's farm even worked?
I had 10 days at home and barely knew where to begin. I knew only that Lucy needed me. I could not even bring myself to enter my son's room.
Darf ich etwas Brot haben, Papa? Wo ist mein Bruder, Papa? Hast du ihn gefunden? Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa? Mama sagt, wir haben nichts zu essen, weil Krieg ist. Warum braucht der Krieg das ganze Essen, Papa? Hat Lotti dir im Krieg geholfen, Papa? Ist Lotti eine deutsche Katze, Papa? Was hat sie in Frankreich gemacht? Meinst du, ich kann auch mal in den Krieg, Papa? Ich will auch gegen den Feind kämpfen, wie du. Ich möchte eine große Scheibe, Papa.
Es tut mir leid, Liebes. Dieses Stück Brot muss lange reichen.
Ich hab solchen Hunger, Papa. Mama hat gesagt, du hättest im Schlaf geschrien. Ist alles in Ordnung? Danke, Papa. Du hast mir gefehlt.
Guten Morgen, Kurt. Ich habe Dr. Siegfrieds Stethoskop aus dem Dorf mitgebracht. Für Luzi. Luzi, hast du dein Brot gegessen? Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt. Oh, wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas?
Things were different at home. Weird. We have all changed, I fear. Maybe it was Lucy's illness. Maybe it was the war. But I never mentioned Max, for I could not speak of my failure. I did what I could, but we remained hungry.
I remember that little girl so clearly. She was alone, and she was hungry. I couldn't just leave her. Maybe the adults on board could spare a little food. Whoever that chocolate belonged to, they'd be happy to feed a starving child. Or that's what I told myself anyway.
Schokolade? Hey, hat Schokolade. Schokolade. Bitte. Du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier.
Oh, danke für die Schokolade.
And for some reason, it reminded me of the man whose life I accidentally sent Allied intelligence to. The German and his cat.
Hey, Lotti. Lotti ist so lustig. Lauf, Lotti, lauf. Hey, Lotti. Hier, Lotti. Hey, Lotti. Kätzchen. Lotti, Lotti.
Wie ich sehe, fühlst du dich schon wie zu Hause. Du bist hier immer willkommen, aber geh nicht in mein Bett.
Lotti ist so lustig. Kätzchen. Was machst du hier, Lotti? Ihr Kätzchen. Lotti. Komm hierher.
I did what I could, but Lucy remained ill. Hey.
Oh, Luzi, alles in Ordnung? Kurt! Kurt! Oh.
I wish I knew how to help my little girl. I came home to see my wife and my daughter, to spend time with my family, and yet none of us spoke. I thought I could come home from the war. I thought I could leave it behind. But I understand now, Katrin, and I'm sorry. I can never leave the war behind. The war follows me wherever I go.
Sure enough, I found myself on Kurt's doorstep. I didn't know how he'd react. It's one thing being friends with the enemy in a tunnel underground, but another being friends out in the open. I needn't have worried, though. Kurt and his family were kind to me. They took me in, gave me a bed to sleep in, cooked me meals. In return, I helped out on the farm and did what I could around the house. A few days later, Kurt took me to a nearby village. There were things his family needed. Lucy, his daughter, was sick. And Germany was struggling to feed itself by that time. Everyone was hungry. So while I looked for food, Kurt looked for medicine for his little girl. Kurt trusted me with one of his ration tickets, but people weren't too friendly.
Mörder, hau ab! Du bist hier nicht willkommen. Verschwinde! Hör auf, uns zu quälen!
Oh, nice. Yes! Yes.
Mörder, hau ab!
Hey. Nicht für dich. Geh weiter, Abschau.
Warum hat er zu? Er hätte längst öffnen müssen.
Geh. Weg.
Moment, ich komme schon. Du Bestie, weg!
couldn't believe Kurt still had that cat. She was a funny little creature. You could often see her on the rooftops, chasing birds, I guess.
Mörder! Hau ab!
Mörder!
Alles kommt wieder in Ordnung.
Du! Geh weg! Du! Geh weg!
Raus aus meinem Garten.
Wir nehmen heute keine Patienten auf.
Eine Essensmarke? Wir haben noch ein Leib. Nur für Sie.
I finally found a loaf of bread. Food for Kurt's family.
Wir nehmen heute keine Patienten auf.
Kurt, wie schön, dich wiederzusehen. Die sagt zumindest, wurde Jonas anständig begraben. Dank dir, Kurt. Jonas hat uns vielleicht verlassen, aber deine Tochter ist noch bei uns. Diese Pflanze könnte helfen. Koch sie in Wasser und gib Luzi den Sud zu trinken. Entschuldige mich, Kurt. Ich möchte allein sein. Viel Glück, mein Freund.
Now I could take care of Lucy. I could work on my plan for Harry.
It was then Kurt showed me his plan. Seemed like he wanted to build a balloon. At the time, I had no idea why. A real hot air balloon. And he wanted my help.
Komm mit, Harry.
I sure hoped Kurt knew what he was doing.
Hey, was soll das denn werden? Ach, ich mache Pause. All das hier aufzuräumen ist harte Arbeit. Keine Sorge, Kurt. Das schaffe ich schon allein.
Du bist hier nicht willkommen. Verschwinde!
Was gefunden?
Ich kann nicht glauben, dass von meinem Sohn nur noch eine Uniform bleibt. Heute in einer Woche ist sein Geburtstag. Er war kaum alt genug, um zu kämpfen.
Hey.
Moment, ich komme schon.
Du Bestie, weg!
The inn opened its doors to the public. I knew Kurt was looking for a barrel. This was good timing. But would they let me in? I was the enemy after all.
Was machst du hier? Raus hier! Da kommst du nicht rein. Und hier gibt's nichts für dich. Schön, dich wiederzusehen, Kurt. Ich hoffe, Luzi geht's besser. Ich habe das von deiner kleinen Luzi gehört, Kurt. Hoffentlich geht's dir bald besser.
The innkeeper sure seemed good at talking, and Kurt gave him someone to talk to. The perfect distraction.
Hoffentlich geht's dir bald besser. Ich sagte, raus! Spuren in jedem Mann. Stimmt das? Du siehst etwas müde aus, Kurt. Schläfst du genug? Ruh dich mal aus. Ich mag mir gar nicht vorstellen, wie das so ist, wenn man seine Kinder nicht beschützen kann. In Zeiten wie diesen bin ich froh, dass ich keine Familie habe. Meine Gäste sind meine Familie. Du bist wie mein Bruder, Kurt. Ich habe das von deiner kleinen Luzi gehört, Kurt. Hoffentlich geht's dir bald besser. Der Sohn eines Mannes in Dornhan war auch krank. Er hat sich komplett erholt.
Remember, I had no idea what was going on. What use did Kurt have for a balloon? But whatever I said on the long walk home, Kurt's response was always the same. He pointed toward the sky.
So that is what happened, Katrin. I took these things from the village. I made a plan to help the man who I believed to be a hero, to repay my debt for the time he saved my life, and for the time he sent Allied intelligence to help me. I wanted to build a balloon for him. I wanted to send him home, to set him free.
Before I met Kurt, I imagined any German would kill me as soon as look at me. And I guess that's because of the stories I was told, you know? To folks back home, he would have been an evil Hun. But he was also a father. He was also a husband. And he was also my friend.
But I was too quick to trust the Canadian. Too quick to call him a friend. I see now how foolish I've been. I see now I was wrong.
But Kurt wanted to build a balloon, and I think he meant to build it for me.